Hi there. You must be my new study buddy. I'm sorry to have to ask, but what's your name again? Right, now I remember. You know, I don't think we've really had a chance to speak until now. For all the 8 hours that we're here, we only have one class together. It's a shame because it would make the days go a whole lot faster, or at least make them more endurable if you were there. Anyway, do you want to do this at my place, or would you feel more comfortable doing it at yours? Your place? Okay, just let me text my mom and let her know I'll be home a little later. So, about the play we're studying, have you ever read Romeo and Juliet before, or do you at least know what happens other than they both die in the end? Spoiler alert. You know that part. Good, I did not want to spoil it for you. I happen to know a thing or two about it. My grandma took me to see the play back in 7th grade. It was on Broadway, and because I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, she got us both tickets. Now you may be wondering, what does Lord of the Rings have to do with Romeo and Juliet? Well, you know the actor who plays the elf with the long blonde hair? Yeah, he was Romeo. Pretty funny, huh? Yeah, it was great and all, but it would have been better if I actually understood what was going on, or if I actually spoke Shakespearean, because half the time, you didn't know what they were talking about. So, half the time I just sat there awkwardly, like, what? What are they saying? I was actually thinking the other day that I would love to be Juliet if they decided to do the play in school. Just seems like a really interesting character and kind of relatable in a way. What do I mean? Well, here's something that very little people know about me. When I was 9 or 10, I had a crush on a guy. He was your textbook miniature bad boy, I guess you could say. A leather jacket, dark hair, the bluest eyes I've ever seen. Like a sky after a storm. His name was Damien, and we kinda dated for a bit. Not really dated because we were young, and we used to hang out at each other's houses a lot, or we used to go swimming at the lake. Just normal things that normal couples do. Our parents even took us to the movies once in a while. But then we broke up. Because... Oh, hold on a sec. I just have to check this. Okay. Sorry about that. My mom says I can stay and help you until 6. I would stay longer, but we're going on a trip to the cabin this weekend. It's the first time we've really been anywhere because her work schedule is pretty crazy, and I finally adjusted to my evening shift at the coffee shop. So now seems like a pretty good time. What about you? Got any plans for the weekend? I mean, chilling and relaxing doesn't seem so bad to me. I wish I had more time to chill. But since I started working to pay for college, it's been a bit tricky. That's why I'm glad to be getting away from it all for a while. Not that I don't enjoy our classes together, that's not what I mean at all. Yeah. You get it? Anyway, I was thinking, since I brought along my notes for class and I have a novelized version of the play handy in my backpack, I can do the dictating. And you can do the honors of writing. It's your computer, and I don't want to accidentally, I don't know, press the wrong button or something. You know, I just want to let you know that I am not handy with computers. I'm like that guy in the show with the angel and a demon that does not do well with computers. What, you've never seen that show? You know, the one where they have to save the world and... You know what? Just give it a watch. I think you'll really like it. Wow. Is this your house? I love it already. Oh, careful on the steps. They look a bit slippery. Boy, I can't wait until spring, when all the ice and snow finally melts away and the air finally gets warmer. I mean, I know it's technically already spring, but it doesn't feel like it until May, which leaves 1 month until summer. So I can say that spring is the shortest season and winter is the longest season. That's better. Goodness, it feels like it might snow again. I'll just hang up my coat here. Is that okay? Okay, good. And just let me take my boots off. Oh, hi there. I didn't know you had a puppy. What's your name, little one? Playful one, aren't you? Yeah, I love dogs. And so does my grandma, but she's really allergic, and the apartment she lives in doesn't allow dogs or cats. It's kind of sad, and she says it would make her feel less lonely. So, where do we want to do this? In the kitchen, living room, attic? I have an attic. Yeah, I have one, but there's a bunch of old stuff up there. It's pretty cool, actually. I'm sorry. Am I talking too much? My grandma's always telling me that I could talk until the cows come home, which, frankly, I've never understood. Yeah, I don't really get metaphors like curiosity killed the cat, or there's no sense crying over spilt milk. I mean, why would I cry over spilt milk? And curiosity killed what cat? Where's the cat? I don't know, they just don't make any sense to me. I see you have everything all set up. And look, pizza bites. I love these things. It's like you already prepared for this. And this couch, so comfortable. Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? Is it okay if I sit here? Good. Okie dokie. Let me grab my notebook and we can get started. So as we were walking, I was going over some titles, and I thought we could have something like love, something worth dying for. Or would it be better if I called it love? Is it something worth dying for? Does that sound better? Or what do you think? What do I mean? What do you think? Well, it's kind of both of our essay. I mean, we're working on it together, so it makes sense if you have your opinions addressed too. That sounds good. Okay. Alright. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? Love is so much different when you're older than it is when you're in 3rd grade kissing boys under the basketball hoop. And let me tell you, heartbreak is a lot worse than it is when you find out the boy you like has to go to a different school or leaves without telling you why. I think everything seems different when you're older. Sorry, I'm making this study date incredibly dull, aren't I? Sorry about that. I just have a lot going on right now, and it's really starting to get to me. It's nothing you need to worry about, though, just your typical teenage girl stuff. Wow, you're already getting started. That looks great. Someone's been paying attention in class. It was funny when I found this out, but do you know Romeo actually had a fling before he met Juliet? Her name was Rosalind or something like that. Anyway, I guess she wasn't his first love, or maybe he's just one of those guys who shamelessly flirts with girls at parties. You know, when he's not arguing with his cousin, or... Okay, let's see what you got here. Looks pretty good. After the prince blames Capulet and Montague for their children's deaths, the two men pledged their desire to resolve their conflict. Capulet begins by addressing Montague as his brother, then asks for his hand in friendship. Wow. I can probably let you do this on your own. But I won't do that. I don't want you to do this on your own, because then I'll have contributed nothing. And I don't want to feel like I contributed nothing when you did all the work. Because that would make it your project and not our project. I wonder what it was that made the families hate each other so much. I mean, yeah, friends and families fight. I know from experience. But I also know that things always turn out for the best in the end, and it doesn't last forever. It's too bad that for Romeo and Juliet, that by the time their parents solved their conflict, it was too late to make much of a difference. Okay. Montague responds by one-upping Capulet. He claims that he will commission a statue of Juliet to be fashioned from pure gold. Look, if or when I die, please don't feel obligated to make a statue of me, okay? Just a small funeral will be good enough. Not that you need to worry about that right now. I'm not going anywhere for a really long time. But just so you know. This is kind of nice, isn't it? Just the two of us studying together. Your house, it's so quiet and calm compared to mine. It's not that I don't love my brothers or my parents. And I would literally die if anything happened to them. But sometimes it's just too loud. And that's when they're not all hyped up on sugar. I'm just saying, a girl needs peace and quiet once in a while, you know? Yeah, I'll just say that when Damien and I hung out, my dad said that I wasn't allowed to date until I am 30. But I'm more than halfway there now, and I'm old enough to drive my own car. And my mom says I can date, but all the boyfriends have to be approved by her and dad, which I can understand. I mean, I'm basically their only daughter, and, you know, things happen, and they just want to protect me. I mean, it's better if they are overprotective than if they didn't care at all, right? Okay, so what have you got now? Okay, how about we change this and that? And done. Wow, that was easier than I thought it would be. And it certainly helped that we did it together. I was actually kind of hoping the teacher would pair us up because if I'm being totally honest with you, no, I'm just trying to sort out my thoughts here for a second. Okay, look, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I've had a crush on you for the past 2 years, but I haven't had the courage to say anything till now. I just thought you should know, but if you don't like me back, it's okay. I can... You do? Really? Yeah, I've had a crush on you since the first day of high school. But I don't know if you were dating someone else at the time, or I just thought you were because everyone seemed to love you, and you just seemed like the type of person who was in a steady relationship with someone. But now that I found out that you are on the market, as they say, I made up my mind that I would tell you how I felt today. Because at least then I would know if you liked me back, or if you had feelings for someone else, or... So does this make us boyfriend and girlfriend now? Does this mean we can hang out together and go to the movies and stick our hands in the popcorn? I know it sounds super cheesy, but deep down beneath all this tough girl exterior, I'm a hopeless romantic. It's nearly 5 o'clock. I should get going if I want to be home in time for dinner. I know I said I would go back at 6, but, you know, there's some things I need to do, and I don't want to take longer than I should. Hold on. Before I forget, this is a ticket. I'm going to be performing with my band in the park next Saturday, and I was wondering if you wanted to come and watch. Really? You want to come? I mean, my parents will be there, even though they don't necessarily like the loud and boisterous type of music. But they're gonna come because they said they love me and they want to support me no matter what, which I really appreciate. Oh, here's my number in case you want to know. Call me or text me while I'm at the cabin. Oh, and this is yours. Wow. I guess it's official now, huh? I mean, we should have done this a while ago, exchanged numbers, and it probably would have helped out our friendship, but hey, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do with the situation given to you, I guess. I'm sorry, I'm rambling again. I'll see you on Monday, okay? Oh, and thanks for the pizza bites. They were delicious.